We're here at Angers for the 6th edition of the QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Cup. Today we're watching the final, the men's doubles. We have Maurice and Valentin on one team, Maurice 71, Valentin 18, both French, playing against Victor and Alexander. And Maurice starts with a strike. Victor will play the first ball for his team, is from Russia. And he has a strike. Valentin. Long preparation time for Valentin. Frame 2. 9-pin left standing. Going through all his the motions of how he's going to play the ball. He comes up to a bowl and takes out that 9-pin for a spare. Alexander, he comes from Sweden. Coming up for his first ball. Frame 2. And a strike for Alexander. Maurice. Third frame. And a square on, so it's 3, 6, 10 left. Maurice is very competitive. And picks up his spare. Victor's up. Wiping his ball off. And there's a strike for. That's 3 strikes for their team. Valentin, pressure's on. All unlucky and leaving the 9. A little smile from Valentin. Not happy though. And he picks up the spare. And 3-6-10. Lets the others back in to the game. A strike there would have been almost fatal to the other team. And he picks up a good spare. After the first frame, they're ahead, Victor and Alexander, by 21 points. Back to Morris. Ooh. And looked like an unlucky 7-10 split, although I guess it's partly due to the fact that the ball is not as fast as the younger players, so there's less pin action. Takes out one, leaves an open frame. Victor with his Olympic looking shirt. Oh, and he too has an unlucky 7-10 split with plenty of pin action. So there we are. He takes one pin out, open frame, leaves the match open still. Valentin. And strike. Good ball. He's pleased about that. Alexander in the 6th frame. A 4-9 split. Always difficult to split, but that's 4-9 more possible than others. And he just takes out the 4, leaves one open frame, which means that they're ahead still by 20 points. Morris, you've got to respond now. And he does respond with a strike. See what Victor will do. Morris and Victor on their last frames both did the same thing, 7-10 split. What will Victor do this time after Morris's strike? Well, they're following each other. A strike for Victor. Pressure still on the 2 French men. Valentin with his long preparation time. And a strike for Valentin. Puts them back in the match. And we're back to Alexandra from Sweden. And yes, the 7-pin just went last minute, so just got the 10 standing. Yeah, he's a little frustrated. He goes through his breathing, slow breathing just before he bowls his ball, and there it is. Picks up his spare. After frame 8, we are 143 each. Equality. So 2 frames to go. 2 frames to separate these 2 teams. And a strike from Morris. A strike from Victor. He's not going to give up. Back to Valentin. Need 2 strikes to win. And he's got 1. Obviously very competitive too, Valentin. And now he'll go into his calm himself down, slowing down, breathing, going through his actions. And he's got the second one. Yeah, and Alexander has picked up his ball. And a strike, a Brooklyn strike. He shouldn't have done that. Should have waited for Valentin to finish his frame. Not good. Alexander's annoyed. Probably with himself. And just takes it out. So Maurice and Valentin win by 229 to 202 for Victor and Alexander. So the winners are for this. Here they are, a photo for the winners, the champions of the doubles champions, men's doubles champions for 2015, Maurice and Valentin. And there's the cup and the congratulations and the photo. The youngster and the most senior player made a good team. We're watching the final of the ladies doubles. You can see lining himself up the Bulgarian, who misses spare. So first frame, an open frame. Here we have Julia, who is Russian. She's playing with Lucy, who is from the States. And 5-6-10, not too easy. Julia's an upcoming Russian player. And she is an open frame as well, so it's an open frame each so far. Sue is from Malta. Serious, stylish, and leaves the 10. Just picks that one up and gets a spare. Now we have Lucy. World champion or senior world champion. Unusual to see a Russian and an American playing in the same team. And she starts off with a strike. Marina, Bulgarian. And she strikes. Julia always looks so serious. Doesn't show her emotions. And lucky, leaves the 6 standing. Takes out that last pin and gets a spare. Lucy always smiling. Sue anything's possible here. And Sue gets a strike. And it's a strike. So we have Marina for frame 5. And she has a 6-10 left. You can see Lucy talking to Sergi across Julia, because Julia doesn't speak English and she can't communicate with Julia, but she's asking Sergi to do it. And Marina picks up her spare. So the communication between the Russian and the American is a bit complicated. It has to go through Sergi. Julia in frame 5. Now that was a better action. You could see it with just the way she threw the ball, and so there was a strike. So the communication worked. Sue. Oh, you can see it's still going on, the communication between the Americans. Everybody's looking happier. Sue, frame 6. And she, I was going to say she had a strike, but no, it's not. It's she left the 10 pin. And she picks up her spare. Lucy's really on form. Strike. But with a strike in hand as well. And, missed the king pin. There's 1, 2, 5. One, two, 4, 5. No. And leaves the 5 pin. So they're dropping back. Julia again after her last ball, which was a strike, and Lucy's ball, which was followed with the strike. So that's a Brooklyn strike, very lucky, but it was the 3rd strike in a row for that team. And we can see visibly Julia relax and smile, which she hasn't done much of up to now. Sue, there's no smile there. But lucky, just leaving 1, the 6 pin. And she converts that and gets a spare. Over to Lucy. Good strike. And leaving the, not sure, 5-9. The commentator took his eye off the ball. And Marina going to pick up these two and gain the spare. Julia. Frame 9, her last frame. Yes, well, we won't commentate too much on that ball. She looks quite determined. Oh, in exactly the same place, and where there's no pins. It's unusual to see a ball like that on a semi-professional competition. Sue and strike. This is her last frame. And leaves number 10. They're still talking yeah, they know they've won now. Lucy's up ready to bowl the last frame on. And you can see everybody applauding behind the American and the Russian. Left in the 10 pin, going for a spare, and she picks it up. One more ball for Lucy, but they've won. Strike to round off. 203 to Lucy and Julia, and 179 to Sue and Marina. So Lucy and Julia win this final, this doubles final here in the Silver Bowl in Angers.